Hi, this is Phil Hinton and welcome along to another video here on AV Forums. Today I'm in Dusseldorf with Panasonic, and as you can see behind me, it's a very busy convention floor here. We've had the new TVs unveiled. Now, some of them were announced at CES. The flagship OLED model was announced there. So we have the Z95A and the Z93A, 93 being a 77-inch non-MLA TV, and of course the 95 being that new MLA OLED TV from Panasonic, which looks to be the big flagship model for this year. But there's also mini LED, full array local dimming LCD TVs here as well, and a whole gamut of new features to talk about. And one of the big areas again this year for Panasonic, really pushing it. They've pushed the Hollywood message for a number of years now, and now they're really pushing the gaming message and how they are going to be a force when it comes to gaming content and watching gaming content the way it should be seen. So let's catch up with the company, let's have a look around the convention hall, and let's have a look at some of the new product for this year.
So obviously what was announced at CES was Z98, Z93. Z93 is our 77-inch Master Cinema panel. And this is where we really introduce our 360-degree sound with our array front speaker. So really delivering a true 7.1 cinema Dolby Atmos sound using the array speaker at the front, left, right, upward firing speakers, all tuned by Technics. And I think probably with the biggest announcement to come out of today is obviously the introduction of the Fire TV into the Z93, really offering our customers the choice of streaming, live content, and also being able to control your home and using multiple devices to do so. And then top of the tree with the Z95. So this is where we introduce the MLA second generation panel.
People might not understand this. They might think, well, if it's MLA, it's an LG panel, it's just a rebadged LG, but there's a little bit more going on there than that, isn't there?
There's 100% a lot going on, and it's really strange. I've been asked this question many times at many conferences about many top-end TVs, all the way back to plasmas, and I think probably the best way I can describe it, it's the fairy dust that Panasonic engineers add into it. As we know with the heatsink technology, it allows us to drive that panel as hard as possible for as long as possible. So it's this magic that Panasonic do that really make the difference. And I think if we look back over the different generations of TVs that we have, this is really cemented in all the awards that Panasonic win for picture quality. And I think today when we talk about our link with Hollywood, company free, etc., it shows that we lead the way when it comes to picture quality.
So sticking with picture quality at the top end, we've got the new HCX processor there. So maybe tell us a little bit about the new features that we see this year.
So again, with the HCX Pro AI II, it's all about improved gradation, 4K remaster, and again, just improving that color and black contrast that we deliver in our TVs that use the HCX Mark II chip.
So that's the top of the tree. We know all about that. That was announced at CES. So let's talk about the stuff that wasn't announced then and been announced today. So let's stick with OLED and let's move down the line a little bit. Okay,
so obviously newly announced today, we introduced the Z80. So again, an OLED panel with 120 Hertz gaming. So again, using the HCX chip, but just the HCX chip. We then take the step up to the Z85. Here we introduce the chip that we've been talking very much about, the HCX Pro AI Mark II. Again, with game control board, so we've improved gaming, game mode extreme, as we call it here at Panasonic. So offering everything that top-end gamer, whether it's variable frame rate, high frame rate, G-Sync, etc., etc. And then it's really strange because the next TV is actually the Z90, or the Z90A as it is called this year. And for me, we always shout about the 65-inch. But what's been really nice is obviously to talk about the smaller screen sizes in the 42 and the 48. And again, this might feel strange, me talking to you about these, but as you've got to see, we've introduced the front-facing soundbar on the 42, the 48, and not just the 55 and 65. I think right throughout our range, and I know we're talking heavily here about OLED, but I think all the way from our LED to our OLED, I think the step-ups are enough to entice that next customer in, but appealing enough within the category that we're looking at to be really appealing to that customer. So when we talk about the panel, there's a step up in panel quality over the 85 and the 80. We have the game mode extremes. So it packs a punch with that improved sound quality. Do you mean, I like to keep it real, and for that customer that has maybe limited space, but wants something that delivers more from the sound, I think that's really where the Z90A comes in.
So that's OLED. Let's move to mini LED. What are you doing this year? What improvements are there, and what's the model lineup?
So obviously we have the W95A. So it's our mini LED, available in a selection sizes, obviously based in different countries, might get some different sizes. But I think it is obviously the introduction of the quantum dot layer in front of it, so really improving both color and the contrast that's available within our mini LED lineup. Again, backed up with a lot of the features we've already talked about. Fire TV, our full game mode extreme, game control board. So again, a real action-packed, but again, offering a top-of-the-range mini LED from Panasonic.
One thing, and people have picked up on the interview already, the number of times we've mentioned gaming. This is now a big segment of the market for you, isn't it? It's something that you're really pushing your products towards.
100%. I think from the event today, you would have noticed, obviously, the advert coming in from Diablo 4 and obviously the next stage of the development within that. And again, being open and being honest, I think if we rewind a few years, it was something where Panasonic were just behind the curve when it came to gaming. And I think now working with Thomas Lesko and our engineers here at Panasonic, I think we've massively bridged that gap to an extent where level up your gaming now is maybe leading the marketplace when it comes to the game control board. Do you know what I mean? Offering on certain models of TV, the 144 hertz for PC gaming. So I think definitely, and I think our collaboration with people like Activision, the guys behind Call of Duty and Diablo 4, we will continue to build a legacy like we did with picture quality and Hollywood. We will do this within gaming.
And just for clarity, it's still two 48 gigabit per second ports on all the TVs?
Yes, still only two. We still believe that there is very few customers out there that actually need more than two.
A big omission this year is my home screen. It's gone now. You've replaced that with Fire TV. What can consumers expect to see when they look at Panasonic TV this year in terms of the smart platform?
I think when they look at the smart platform, there's kind of two stories from us. There's obviously the TiVo side in our entry-level LED product, and then there's the Fire TV in our premium and our OLED TVs.
So it's a great lineup. It's a really busy event here in Dusseldorf, and as people could probably see behind you, there's lots of cameras and people doing piece to cameras and all the rest of it. We're all trying to get our slice here. But for you, I'm going to get these models in for review very soon. What is it you expect, or what is it you want me to see from this when I come to review them? And then what do you want the consumer to see when they go to see these models in store? What is it that makes Panasonic different, and why we should be taking an interest?
I think, again, it comes down to some of the key features that we've already covered. Do you know what I mean? Picture quality. I personally believe that it doesn't matter what a TV does, the first thing we always base it on is picture quality. And I think right throughout our range, we're delivering amazing picture quality. I think when it comes to the OS systems that we're offering between TiVo and Fire this year, the customer will receive and will get a nice, slick, easy to use functionality across both platforms, even though there are slight differences. I think when you get the product, I think there's no ask of you guys. You guys have worked with Panasonic for a very long time. And for me, you are our customer as much as the end customer that buy our TV. And again, I think we will deliver on the picture quality. And when we look at the other functionalities across our gaming and our smart functionality, you will get a really slick, easy to use TV.
And that's it from the Dusseldorf event here with Panasonic. And as you can see, it's a full lineup of TVs for this year, which we should be getting in for review very soon. So stay tuned to AV Forums. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do give it a like. And why not consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this. I'm Phil Hinton. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one. Goodbye.